At what point do you qualify as an expert, as a person who wants to sell coaching, consulting, some kind of expertise online? You're looking for a way that you could really productize an offer, right? You have some knowledge, you have something that you can go and serve somebody with. Maybe you know guitar and you want to go and you want to share it with people who are not as advanced in that as you. Maybe you're a basketball player and there's something that you want to be able to give and share with people who are new to the game and want to get into it. And you want to help train and help people train and grow and really just coach and consult people on how to succeed. And whether that is, again, music, business, finance, anything like that, there is, when you're first getting started, this question you have in the back of your mind of, am I really an expert? What quantifies somebody and what qualifies somebody to actually be an expert? Well, I want to talk about that really quick in this video. So this is a question that I've been thinking about, and I've had my own kind of mental hangups about it. So I want to tell you really how I view it and how I think about it now. Now, I want you to think of this one profession right here, a historian. What does a historian do? A historian isn't somebody who, we trust their expertise because they actually did history. Like they did ancient Rome. They didn't do ancient Rome. They didn't live in that time, right? That doesn't make any sense. They don't have time machines that we know of. They don't have time machines. So what do? Right? They have to go study and they have to look at different pieces of architecture and pottery, and they maybe visit the location. They do a lot of study and they do a lot of exploration and investigation. So if there is a domain that you're stepping into that you're newer and you're like, you know what, how do I build authority? How do I get people to see that I'm an expert in this? It's that. It's your own research, your own study. And when I say your own, like go and grab books, go read books and say, hey, I've distilled this. I've curated this information. This is what I found from other people. And here's what I know so far. And then, as well, this is important. Like, run your own experiments. If you're somebody who, uh, you teach trading or something, say, hey, look at this trade I made. Or if you're, there's endless kinds of info. But with that info, you can take action on it and experiment yourself. And it is just as valuable to tell people, hey, I tried this and it didn't work, as it is to say, hey, look at this. This is what works just as much. Because there's people who are going to try 100 million different things and they're going to fall flat on their face and they're going to get discouraged. They're going to waste time and energy. And a lot of times they're going to quit because they didn't know what to do. And so if you can help just avoid the thousand uh, needles on the slide going down to success, then that's incredible. Now, so it's like that, right? View yourself as somebody who is studying and experimenting. And if that's what you're posting online, you're going to gain that authority. Now, obviously, you're a person who is a high school basketball player isn't a NBA basketball player. So there is a gap. But if you persist long enough, if you commit to it long enough, commit to the game long enough, you can advance levels and you can get where you want to go with this. So that's one idea. It's what qualifies somebody as an expert. It's the person who does the thing. You're a historian if you study history. You're a basketball player if you actually step on the court, shoot, and play basketball. So you are a consultant if you help somebody with your expertise and you consult and help them get closer to their desired end result. So what qualifies you? What you do, what you say, who you are, and the steps you decide to be. I think about this. I was talking to a lady the other day who was like, you know what? I'm not a cold caller. I don't do this, but I picked up calls and made that, and I did some today. And I stopped and said, wait. You said you're not a cold caller, but you did cold calls. No, no, no. You're telling yourself a lie here. You are a cold caller. Like, look what you did today. You picked up the phone, you made dials, you have a new identity now. And if you have a new identity, you have new priorities, you're doing new things, and you're growing. So if you're coaching, if you're teaching, if you're consulting, and you want to do that, gather data, be a curator. Just like we look at librarians. What do librarians do? Are they an expert in books? Well, sure, but they don't be the book. They don't do the book. I mean, they'll read the book, right? And they don't even read all the books. They just really know how to organize a lot of these books. Let me summarize it. So that's an idea, right? And then doctors. Doctors don't live every disease. They study and they find the solutions, and they try to think as much as they can on first principles and find whatever solutions they can to apply to help alleviate systems and take pain away. Be a doctor, be a physician with whatever it is. Whatever is going to bridge the gap for your client, take them from a place of pain and to their idealized future, bridge that gap with your info, with your product, and know that you can do it. You're allowed to do it. You can give yourself permission because what qualifies somebody? A person who pursues, commits, and does the thing anyway, in spite of what everybody else says. It's your business. You can choose what you want to do about it. You're going to let everybody else tell you you're not an expert, or are you going to say, you know what, fair enough. I'm a beginner. I'm learning. I'm trying different things. If you want to follow along the journey, cool. I'm not going to pretend to be something I'm not. Like me, I'm not going to pretend that I'm a millionaire right now. I'm not a millionaire. I'm working in that direction. Is it a goal? Sure. Are there things that I'm doing to get there? Sure. But be honest with people, right? You can be honest where you're at with your journey. People are still going to find value at it because if you are coaching and you are consulting, all you have to be is one step in front of somebody else in your journey, and you can share your experiences. That's why, when people say they come across somebody who like plays piano, they're like, "Oh, you play piano?" Because most people can't, and they really appreciate it, right? They admire that. So if you can explain, if you can teach something, that's value that you can add. So this idea of imposter syndrome, I almost think it's just you're better off just avoiding it. Just study and talk about what you do. You do actions like that and run experiments, be a scientist in that way. The idea of imposter syndrome just goes out the window. There's no need for it. And so it also helps if you actually are serving an audience that you can actually help, right? Find people who can you can actually solve problems for. If you know that they are way beyond what you can actually do, then either level up your skill set, find somebody else who can fulfill for that, or just find somebody else to serve. It's okay. There's a lot of people. The marketplace is huge. There's a lot of customers, a lot of ways for you to make a nickel or a dime or a penny, satoshi, whatever you want to make. So, all right, that is what you need to know about jumping into the consulting game, and really what qualifies you to start selling, to start marketing, and what makes you an expert. So, if you got value out of this, subscribe. If you have any other questions about your journey as a coach and consultant in the game, drop it down below, and we're gonna party. All right. See you guys soon.